Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 12th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning earlier than I should have, but it is what it is. So I got up and around, get the dogs outside, grabbed my banana and my bottle of water, jumped in the hot tub, got a little soak-in going on, just chilling out there in the hot tub. Everything was good to go. Dogs were ironically playing again in the morning. They did it yesterday for the first time. They really got a good chase in them, and then today they did the same thing for about 5 minutes this time, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna be lazy dogs the rest of the morning. So they were chilling out. Went ahead and got out of the hot tub. My wife got up and around, so I got in and get the dogs fed, and had some friends that were going to be coming over, so it's kind of getting a few things ready for that whole hangout, whatever I guess you want to call it. And went ahead, everything was good to go. Reached out to the owner of the dogs that was picking up in the morning, and she's basically, yeah, I can come over anytime. And I said, oh, just give me a heads up when you want to head over. I said, doesn't matter to me, whatever works for you. So she's like, yeah, if you're up and around, I'll come get her now. So I was like, cool. So she went ahead and head over, and then chatted with my wife a little bit, and she said she was feeling like crap again. Her stomach's all giving her fits, and no idea why, but she says she just feels off, like everything just kind of like really weird, stomach cramps and whatnot. So reached out to the friends, like, hey, not for nothing, but wife doesn't feel good. I told them yesterday there was a chance if she was better last night, but if she got feeling like crap again in the morning, then we're gonna have to postpone, reschedule, and they were fully understanding. They've rescheduled us a couple times still, so it's not the end of the world, and it is what it is. So I reached out to let them know that there was no reason to come down because she wasn't feeling good, so it was all good there. So owner got here, picked the dog up, and chat with her for a little bit. They went to Universal Studios. I think they ended up going to Disney also. I'm not sure exactly, but we hang out with some other friends and family and whatnot, and we got talking about that and how much fun they had, and how the littlest boy was way into dinosaurs, so he spent a bunch of time in Dino Land, and the older girls ended up spending all their time in Potter World, and they just had the time, like all the fun they could have. So they had a blast. She really enjoyed it, so it was all good. We chatted about a few other things, talked about her going on a cruise and stuff, and just kind of hanging around and having a good time. So she got out of here though, and I got back in, hanging out with the big dog, and he was all excited about stuff. So the guy that's doing my concrete work had basically asked if I could prepay him for the work, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's that concept of like, you've been in business for, I think he said 17 years he's been doing concrete work. I think that's what he said, but that just, I don't know, it just comes off bad, especially when the work's supposed to be getting done tomorrow, and you're telling me you don't have an extra day. Like, it's gonna make that big a difference. So I agreed to pay him $1,500. He came down and picked the money up, which everything's fine. I don't care, and I don't even have a problem if you need a deposit, but when we start the work, but it just, I don't know, it feels off weird when like you're getting the rest of the money tomorrow. Like, you're driving an hour round trip for $1,500. It just gives off some desperation vibes to me, but I don't know, it is what it is. So he came down, we chatted a little bit, and there's still a lot of water standing at the base of the driveway where the road is, and it's like a little bit of a swell there where the water runs through. So I went ahead and got a pump in it and hooked up to a garden hose, ran the garden hose across the street, and got it plugged in so it's pumped over to my other ditch. Another house across the street, it's got a little bit better, a little bigger ditch over there. Mine's more of just like a culvert underneath, but there's no entrance into my culvert right there because the water enters up north a little bit to the neighbor's property, and it runs all the way through my property, because originally when this house was built, this house had all those lots, and they've sold off a couple lots years later, so it was already under all of it. So I don't have access to an entrance, which I will end up eventually digging out a spot in between my two driveways now to put an entrance, one for clean out, and two, so my water has somewhere to go, so it doesn't just run out to the street. It has to go to the other side of the road now. So, but yeah, I went ahead and got that done. So I went ahead and got the pump in there and watched that hose pump water across the street for what seemed like way too damn long. Because just, it's a fast pump, but it's not. It's pumping a lot of water. There was a lot of water in that area, so the hose kept getting knocked down. I had it hooked around my mailbox across the street, so I could watch the water, so I didn't have to sit out in the sun and just watch. I sat inside and listened to podcasts while it pumped out. Got it pretty dry, and then dug a little bit deeper hole for the pump to go into, and then was able to get, I'd say, 95% of the water out of there. Got the pump all put away, reached out to the concrete guy, sent a picture and said, hey, it's dry as I'm going to get her. Hopefully by morning we'll be able to, basically pour. And he said, yeah, shouldn't be a problem at all. So it's not putting plastic down the front, which it's up about getting the buggy across it, but I don't see how plastic's going to help anything, so we'll see. But yeah, who knows. Went ahead from there, was kind of chilling out a little bit. The owner for their dog reached out, and she was on her way up to pick the dog up, give me an ETA, so we hung around there for a little bit, just kind of chilling out, and got the dog back. My wife was basically napping on the couch. She got some work done in the office. She did do that for, I don't know, she got probably 3 hours of work in, but it was off and on, and then she just felt like crap. And I feel bad for her because I don't know what to do and don't know how to fix it, and she don't even know what's causing the problems either. So that's one of those things. One thing, like, you break your leg, it's going to take this long to heal, move on, but she's been having these weird stomach issues lately that are very intermittent and no way to predict when they're coming to you. That's the other part. Because I thought, well, we don't have one time after eating Chinese buffet, and then this time after eating like pizza, and then she had it after eating like normal food too. So I'm like, I don't know the hell, like, just home cooked stuff. So I have no idea what's causing it, but yeah, I feel bad for her. I really do. So finally got that taken care of. Went and got my run in, got that done, got back, grabbed myself a shower, and then threw a couple more slices of pizza in the air fryer to have my dinner, and then basically knocked out that, watched a little episode of Shameless, and she kind of just was still not feeling great. So got done with it, even though there's no dogs here, headed back outside to have myself a cigar, enjoy the cool evening. It was beautiful weather, and got myself a nice little, basically just a chill evening. Talked to a couple of friends online, nothing too major, kind of simple things. Apologize to the friends of ours that didn't get to come down again. They were like, don't worry about it at all. So trying to get together with them next weekend. They seem to only have Sundays, middle of the day, about the only time they ever really have time to really get out, because they work opposite work schedules of each other, and then their kids and all that stuff, they have an uncle, whatever, takes the kids on Sunday during the middle of the day. That's not have a chance to get out and go do something fun. So that's when we try and schedule out, but unfortunately didn't happen this week. So, but yeah, overall it's pretty good. Headed back in a little early, got myself a snack, watched some Frasier with my bride, and then she rolled her to go to sleep, and I ended up watching an episode of The Beef, the restaurant show on Hulu and maybe Prime. I don't remember the hell I watched it on, but yeah, knocked it out. Had myself a nice snack and finished off my bag of Doritos. I gotta figure out a new snack to have, because I've been eating those Doritos for a while. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.